For many developing nations of the world, the quest to transform their economies into industrial giants by integrating themselves into global players has meant shifting away from an import-based economy to one based on production and exports. This trend has propelled several countries in Asia, Europe, Latin America, and Africa to fashion out export development programs that will encourage investments. One model which has revolutionized the industrial desires of many developing countries is the free trade zones. A free trade zone is a designated location where enterprises can operate without trade barriers, bureaucratic bottlenecks, and custom interference in order to attract new businesses and foreign participation. Goods may be landed, handled, manufactured, or reconfigured and re-exported without the intervention of custom authorities at these zones. Goods or services only become subject to customs duties when they are moved to consumers outside the FTZ area. The zones are typically located in the vicinity of ports of air or sea, thereby making the import and export process more convenient.
The free zone scheme has been known to cure the defects in most economies or locations where the environment is harsh, to create a better competitive environment where there is adequate infrastructure, there is a clear-cut way of doing business. The cost of doing business is lowered because of the processes are also under one shop.
Buoyed by the successes recorded by China with its special economic zones and the impact on foreign direct investments, job creation and industrialization, Nigeria was encouraged to adopt the Free Trade Zones scheme. This subsequently led to the establishment of the Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority, Nepza, in 1992 by Act 63 of that year, and the establishment of export processing zones in the country. Nepza was saddled with the responsibility of establishing, licensing, regulating, and operating highly efficient free trade zones in the country by providing competitive incentive schemes, excellent support services for the purpose of creating an enabling environment for export, manufacturing, and other commercial activities. Although the law establishing the Free Trade Zone scheme in Nigeria was enacted in 1992, it was not until 2001 that the first free trade zone came into operations in Calabar with the establishment of the Calabar Free Trade Zone. The Kano Free Trade Zone in Kano soon followed. Over the years, several other trade zones have sprung up in the country. Today, Nigeria accounts for more than 44 free trade zones, with over 500 foreign and local enterprises doing business in them. Majority of the free trade zones in the country are operated by private enterprises. The private sector harbors some of the outstanding blue-chip enterprises with interests ranging from oil and gas, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, food processing, car assembly, logistics, and more. Known as a commercial hub of Nigeria, Lagos hosts quite a huge chunk of the privately owned economic zones in Nigeria. Let's showcase some of these zones and their significance. Promoted by Singapore Toleram Group, the Lagos Free Zone is the first private free trade zone in the country and is fully equipped with world-class infrastructure with a single clearance window for ease of doing business. The zone has become a huge industrial hub with huge attraction to big manufacturing companies who have already started operations. These include Industrial giants such as Insignia Print Technology, Kellogg's USA, Ala Dano, Power Oil Refinery, Colgate, and so on. Opposite the Lagos Free Zone is this novel project, the Lekki Deep Sea Port, the first deep sea port in Nigeria. A key attraction of the Lagos Free Zone, this expansive project occupies a space of 90 hectares and is the first private deep sea port in Nigeria. Construction of this seaport began in 2020 and has been completed on schedule and awaiting commissioning anytime soon. Next door to the Lagos Free Zone is the Lekki Free Zone. Located on a sandy peninsula, the Lekki Free Zone was established in 2006 as a joint venture partnership of a consortium of Chinese companies by name China Africa Lekki Investment Limited, the Lagos State Government and Lekki Worldwide Investments Limited. The zone hosts quite a number of manufacturing and other industrial enterprises. Sitting on a 2,000-hectare land space is Alaro City, a free zone with a mixed-use city-scale development with industrial and logistic location, complemented by offices, homes, schools, healthcare facilities, and so on. Alaro City houses some of the enterprises operating in Nigeria's free zone and include Area Foods FZE. It is a known fact that Nigeria is a major oil production country and indeed ranks as the 6th largest producer of the commodity in the world. Ironically, the country is a major importer of petroleum products for domestic consumption. But this trend is set to come to an end when this multi-billion-dollar project, the Dangote Refinery, situated within the Lagos Free Zone axis, comes on stream. The refinery is set to provide over 70,000 direct and indirect jobs when operational, in addition to the best technological transfer available in the field to Nigerians. The Lagos Deep Offshore Logistic Base, LADO for short, is a free zone enterprise strategically located right at the entry point to the Lagos Harbour. LADO is West Africa's largest privately owned industrial free zone and a one-stop shop ideally located to support industrial projects and supply chains, as well as logistical engineering and other support services for deepwater offshore multinational oil and gas exploration companies operating within the West African region. Eco Atlantic, a city within a city, built on a vast area of land reclaimed from the Atlantic Ocean on Victoria Island. This project is built with the future in mind and holds a place of pride for Lagos State and Nigeria. Eco Atlantic is a city in the making and attracts a constant stream of high-profile visitors and investors from all over the world. To this end, Eco Atlantic is a designated free zone and a vital destination for investors who want to live and conduct business within the commercial city of Lagos. Away from Lagos, but sharing close proximity to the state, is Ogun Guangdong Free Trade Zone in Igbesa region of Ogun State. A joint venture between a Chinese consortium, China Africa Investment Company, CAIC, and the Ogun State government. The Ogun Guangdong FTZ was established in 2008 and is a hub for over 70 enterprises with concerns in manufacturing and raw material processing industries. Since 2020, the Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority, Nepza, has certainly been upbeat in repositioning the Free Trade Zone scheme to accelerating Nigeria's industrial growth. This is sequel to the appointment of Professor Adesoji Adeshugba as the agency's Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer on the 1st of July of that year. A Professor of Investment Promotion and Economic Development, Professor Adeshugba has adopted a hands-on approach to running the affairs of Nepza and has brought his wealth of experience in investment promotion to bear in the affairs of Nepza. Ably supported by the Nepza board, led by its chairman, Alhaji Adamu Fanda, the agency has surely retooled the free zones for greater performance. The two zones operated by the government, the Calabar and Kano free zones, are veritable examples of the change that has taken place at Nepza, with the provision of world-class infrastructure that is attracting both local and foreign direct investments into the zones. The wind of change for greater performance at Nepza is also blowing at the agency's internal workplace with the restructuring of its operations for greater performance. Staff motivation, capacity building through trainings and indeed improved welfare have all been given serious attention by the management of the agency. What's more, new units have been established at the agency to support new strategies. These include the units focused on ensuring the safety and security of lives and properties in all the zones.
I think the best kept secret of Nigeria's industrial policy framework has been the Special Economic Zone framework governed by Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority. I think that's a fantastic and a very visionary effort by Federal Government of Nigeria to encourage industrialization through the Nepza and the Free Zone framework.
As the Free Zone scheme marks 30 years of implementation in Nigeria via the enactment of the Nepza Act 1992, it's been a period of mixed feelings on how the scheme has fared over the years. For these major players of the scheme in Nigeria, there is every cause to celebrate. For them, the future looks brighter going forward, and many more glorious years lie ahead for the scheme in Africa's most populous nation.
I'm calling on all stakeholders to work with us as we celebrate the 30th anniversary to make it even better for investors to want to choose Nigeria as the best place to locate their investments.
On behalf of the entire board, management and all my team members at Lagos Free Zone, Lekki Seaport and Tolaram, we wish a very happy 30th anniversary to Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority.
I would like to commend Nepza for achieving this significant milestone of 30 years since inception and look forward to further development and expansion of the scheme.
I wish to congratulate the Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority on its 30-year anniversary.
I want to thank the Managing Director of Nepza. I want to thank all the staff of Nepza, particularly the staff that are based in Lador Free Zone, who work tirelessly alongside us 24/7 to make sure that we continue to exceed the expectations both in the local market and in the international market.
I congratulate you guys and appreciate my absolute warm, how do you call that, supporting in the scheme. And I hope to be here, and the company hopes to be here for decades to come.
I would like to congratulate Nepza and the government on the successful administration of the free zone regime over the last 30 years.
Congratulations to Nigeria. Congratulations to Lagos State, and congratulations to Lekki Free Zone and all the investors in Nigeria.
It will be nothing but good wishes. The prayer would be for everyone to understand the scheme, the benefit of the scheme, and correlate it with the Mr. President's Executive Order 001, that's ease of doing business.
Congratulations to Nepza 30th anniversary. Nepza have a great positions to push the industrialization development in Nigeria.
I congratulate all operators and the regulator on 30 years of good service. Could we do better? Yes, we could, and we'll continue to do better. I wish Nepza the best of luck, and I wish the government to give all necessary support for continue with this scheme in order for individuals and citizens of the country to have opportunity to make Nigeria as global player when it comes to industrialization, technology, and investment.
Congratulations to Nepza and also Calabar Free Trade Zone about the anniversary of this 30 years.
We thank federal government and Nepza and entire business community. We wish them 30th anniversary economy free zone in Nigeria.